So special binomials are when you have two numbers in a parentheses with a squared, and you can either add or subtract them, or you have the same number with a plus or a minus. So today we're just going to focus on this to begin with, and then we're going to do the second one, and hopefully we'll get to the third. We'll see. Is everybody ready? Almost. Okay. All right, please open the first one. So we're going to start with our special sum, which means that we're adding two numbers together and squaring it. It's crazy. Hold your horses. Get ready. It's really not that difficult. Normally when we multiply two binomials together, what method do we use? We did it yesterday and the day before. FOIL, the smiley face. Fantastic. So instead of using FOIL or the smiley face, we're going to have ways to find the product of a special sum, a special difference. And if you have a plus b quantity squared, you end up with a squared plus 2ab plus b squared.
Wait, what?
This turns into this, and I'm going to show you how. I know, I never teach y'all anything. Alright, so the first thing we do, step one, is we square a. And when you square a, we get a squared. That's where that a squared came from. Does everyone understand so far?
Yes.
Micah, how's your no makeup March going? Feeling good about yourself?
I about lost it today.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Alright, number two, the second step. We're trying to get this guy. So to get this guy, you multiply a times b, then you multiply it by 2. And that's how we get 2ab. So then the last thing that we're trying to get is that last term. And all you do is square b. And that's how we get b squared. Are we ready to do an example?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with this guy right here. Now, step one said to square a. What is our a in this? Okay, and if you square 3x, what do you get?
6x
to the second
What?
power.
9x to the second power.
So 9x squared. Alright, so let's try that again. When you square 3x, what do you get?
9x squared.
There we go. Say it with confidence, children. Alright, that's it for step one. Now we move on to step two. Step 2 says to multiply a times b, then times 2. So what's 3x times 4?
12x.
And what's 12x times 2?
24.
Boom, look at us go. And we square b, and that's 16. Take a point, Marshall, and we're done. That's it. That's all you do. I know. Told you it was going to be crazy. What does he say? Is he just muttering angrily? Yeah. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? You want to do one more together?
Yeah.
Let's do one more together just to be safe. All right, we're going to come over here, and we're going to square 4a plus 7.
Do it by yourself?
No, we're doing it together. So I said we're going to do one more together. Alright, so first thing we do is we square A. This time our A is 4A. So what's 4A squared? 16A squared. Look at us go. Next step is we do 4A times 7. What's 4A times 7? And then we multiply by 2. 56A. So don't forget to multiply that by 2. And then the last thing we do is 7 squared, which is 49. Yes, no, maybe. Now, let's talk about why this is the way it is. Alright, so I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to rewrite 4A plus 7 squared, and I'm going to write it as 4A plus 7 times 4A plus 7. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so that I can show you what it would look like when we're doing the FOIL method. If you want to write it down, you can. If you don't have to. You can just watch. This is the same thing as 4A plus 7 quantity squared, because there's 2 of them. So if we used FOIL, we would multiply 4A times 4A and get what? 16A squared. Okay? Then we're going to multiply the outside. We're going to make the mouth. 4A times 7 is?
28.
Okay, thank you, zombies. And then we're going to multiply 7 times 4A and make his giant nose, apparently. And that's another 28A. And then we're going to multiply 7 times 7 and get? 49. Then we have to combine like terms. So we have 16A squared plus 56A plus 49. It's the same thing. We just have to follow our pattern when it's a perfect square. Or when it's a special sum. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
So if you forget this, you can still use FOIL. We have it to say it to me again. No, you can only use this if it's a special sum. And it has to look like this to be able to work. That's the only way you can get it. Alright, you ready to try one without me? Alright, so we're closing this. I'm going to write it over here. I would like you to please do 8C plus 12 quantity squared.